This man ejaculated on this little boy leg.
All right, folks, welcome back to another episode inside the brand new Roach Motel. It is the Josh Potter Show. I, of course, am Josh Potter, and I'm joined. First time I've had two guests at once in this new space.
Ooh, your first three-way.
Three-way
Roach Nation,
space.
let's go.
That's right. We got from KFC Radio, we got Feitelberg and Kevin Clancy himself. What's up, fellas?
How are we doing? Thank you very much for having us.
First threesome is an honor.
Yeah, baby. I had one.
Have you had a threesome?
I've had never a threesome. It's my white. What is it called? My white whale.
It is. I have not had one, and it is not mine. I don't
want to?
I don't not want to, but it's just not my white whale.
I used to have a joke where I said, I go.
No, I'm giving you the eyebrow because.
Well, I've never had like that dude wasn't really involved.
He
kind of just jerked off in the corner.
It was a cuck situation.
Oh, you almost did the devil.
It was such fuck some dude's wife.
It's almost like more than a threesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like threesome, like you get like two drunk chicks. Who
I definitely don't ever count that as a threesome.
I'm saying, yeah, you're right, but
Yeah.
it almost is like another, like if people who had a threesome found out what you did, they'd be like, that's above what we did.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, like I said, two drunk girls in college are like, hey, let's have sex. And it's like, wow, that was wild. What you did was crazy.
Well, explain to me. He just watched you fuck his wife.
Well, so all right, so I'll give you the unabbreviated version of the story is long, so we'll do a quick one. But I was in college and I was in a fraternity. I was at FSU. I was in a fraternity. Shout out Pike.
Fucking losers.
Yeah, just kidding. I don't shout I don't rep it at all. It was something I thought I had to do when I was in college, and that was it. But
they're the good-looking frat, right? They're the strong, like the strong frat.
They don't claim me either.
Right.
Like,
he went back, and they were like, "You're not a Pike," because he like wasn't ripped enough.
Oh, come on.
They didn't believe that he was in the frat because he wasn't.
They looked at my face and they're like, "There's no way this dude was in this frat."
That's hilarious. You're like, no, but seriously,
Yeah,
you were.
right.
I mean, you were kind of a strapping young lad, like.
When
you first got onto the
time I had a
content
fastball, went long past it, but there's a time I could throw it together. But so we had our formal in New Orleans, and I had taken a date who I think this girl wanted to be a doctor in Brazil or some shit like that, but she was stunning, she was gorgeous, did not care for me. Like it was one of those deals where like I wasn't even gonna bring a date to a formal. And then like one girl was like, "Can you take my friend so she can come?" And I was like, "Sure." I didn't meet the girl until like getting on the bus for the formal. So the first night we have fun. We go whatever. We didn't like hook up, but it was a fine night. We slept together that night. And then the second night she just got drunk and passed out crazy early. And I go up to the room and I see her just like face down in the bed. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm going back out." And I went out and played Slap the Bag. Like it's on Bourbon Street. Right, so people are just like basically dumping wine like 4 floors and trying to catch it in a tuxedo, red wine.
Were you solo like on Bourbon Street?
No. There were like a bunch of my
so you left her, but you linked up with everybody else.
Yeah. Like the bag was being done by like someone else I knew. That was all.
I see.
And this woman comes up to me, and she whips out a tit and said pierced, and she wasn't lying. She had a pierced tit.
Was this the first time you've seen one of those?
Yeah. Honestly, it might have pierced. It might have been. I was probably 18, 19. And then she whips out the other one and went lactating and squeezed her nipple and like a little milk came out. It was
I don't like that.
Nah, nor do I.
That occasionally sneaks into like regular porn, and I'm like, whoa. That's got to be like separate. You know
Every now and then the algorithm will throw you a lactating.
Yeah,
and you go, I don't know how that got in there, but I'm thumbs downing.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck you, algorithm.
Yeah.
No, you're wrong this time.
But it wasn't like
shit
she
out.
had kids. Like it was just like she could just get milk out of her tit. And for some reason, I was like, I wasn't like turned on by it, but I was intrigued by it. I was enough to continue the conversation.
Right.
Especially at that age, you're just like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
And
the tit could have been been talking.
Fire could have come out of there. I think, whatever, let's do more of this.
And she tells me like to come to her house. She has a business card, and she's like, "Come to my house and like let's have sex." And I was like, "Well, I'm hanging out with the boys right now, but like, can I just come later?" And she's like, "You can come whenever you want. The door will be open." And I hang out with the buddies and drink some more. Probably like 4 a.m.
That's the dream.
I just show up at this chick's house.
Come whenever, yeah.
Right? Show up at this chick's house. The door was open. She wasn't lying. The couch was in the middle of the living room. Like this, it was a big, like kind of like shotgun style house, but like it was a home. She didn't live in an apartment. She lived in a home, like a nice home in New Orleans. And the couch is in the middle of the living room. And she also has like a projection screen. Is how my memory portrays it. Maybe it was just a big TV, but she's got fucking DP interracial porn happening on the TV.
Jesus.
And then she's fucking hammering herself DP. 2 dildos.
Herself.
Just like
both hands.
Like I don't know if she'd been doing it since we last saw each other. like or the timing
was going on for 8 hours.
Timing was just unbelievably perfect. But like I walked in, I was like, holy shit. She goes, why don't you come over here? Pulls my pants down, sucks my dick a little bit, and then gets up and holds my dick like a leash and walks me to the back. She said, I'll take you to the hot tub.
Okay.
And we're walking through the house. We get to the fucking bedroom right before you step out back to the hot tub. There's just a dude in bed. And she's like, that's my husband. And I was like, that's a fucking curveball. That's a bigger curveball than the fucking lactating nipple.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's strike 3.
Yeah.
That's 3 curveballs in a row.
My dick would have immediately crawled into my body.
You're a strong man at that age
had a
to
good
be
grasp
that
on it.
drunk and
Yes.
in that weird of a situation and still be hard.
Dude,
Oh, my God.
But then the most intimidating thing she did was did not involve her husband. When we were in the hot tub, her husband in the hot tub as well. And when we were in the hot tub, she goes, why don't you get up on the side of that thing? I'll suck that dick of yours, or suck that cock of yours. And I was like, all right. So I get up on the side of the hot tub, and she takes out a condom. I'm like, she's like already been sucking my dick. Like, why is she gonna put a condom on right now? Like a fucking gangster. She bites the bag part of the condom off.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
goes, and just spits that like a
a
warrior,
grenade,
right?
yeah.
Takes the fucking elastic part of it, puts it under my balls. To, like keep me like a cock.
He's a cock ring.
Yeah.
Yo, she's a pro,
She
dude.
was a pro.
She was like, this guy's gonna lose it.
But not a total pro, because later in the night when I fucked her in the ass, she said, don't let it pull out or I'll shit.
I love this story.
What a jump to
I've heard it
the...
so many times, and it gets. That is your
Holy
machine.
shit.
Yeah.
That is your
You
machine.
should do a tour like Bert and tell that story at the end every time. There's a couple tales from KFC Radio that stuck, and that was an early
Dude,
one.
that was one. That was one that when I first told that story, we were still in Milton, so this is probably 8, 9, 10 years ago. I'll say this was 9 years ago.
I was gonna say our
show,
show's 10 years old. That was probably within the first year.
and that was a story I told with like, it wasn't a seed of doubt. It was like it was 50-50. Barstool becomes my lifelong job at that time.
Oh, yeah. So
like
you're still...
as I'm telling, I'm like, woof, this one might be one that comes up at the water cooler and I have to talk to the boss about in a few years.
That's the only one I've ever heard you be like. There's been times where you're like, wish I had that one back.
Yeah.
Wish I could put that one back in the holster.
Yeah, that's definitely one I wish I still had in the chamber. Yeah, I go on a new show and it's the first thing I say.
Isn't it wild to think
Welcome.
about?
Do you like us?
I've been there.
Listen to our podcast. Go to KFC Radio.
I've been in that situation where I've said things on podcasts where I'm like, I'm not out of the woods yet. I could still be going back to a fucking office.
Yeah.
It's been
Dude,
like...
we're going through that now with our new producer / like third mic, Jackie. She just like, you know, when I started, Dave Portnoy, who was the founder of Barstool, went by El Presidente. Really, like, that was his name, El
Right.
Prez. Like, some people knew him as Dave, but he was El Prez.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, like, when he became, you know, this, like, you know, figure he is now, he's Dave Portnoy. But in the beginning, we had, like, nicknames and all
Sure.
that shit. So,
I was really the first one that went by a name.
right. I mean, yeah, I was like, you have to use your real name because I thought Feitelberg was a funny last name. But the rest of us were kind of like using pen names technically.
Right.
It was more like nicknames and initials and shit. But it was to hide from the fucking public.
And you weren't necessarily on camera all the time either.
At
You
that
were
point,
typing and
in
writing.
the very beginning, nobody. If you didn't post a picture on the blog, we didn't do any videos, we didn't do any shows. It was just writing, and we would sometimes incorporate pictures of ourselves in the blog. But like, if you didn't do that, it was your choice. But now it's just like people come and use their names.
Yeah.
So Jackie is our new. She's been around for a couple of years, and she searched her name, and it's just like Jackie boob job, Jackie drunk, Jackie this, Jackie that.
She like the Google autofill?
Yeah.
She has
No, results.
No, just
like,
the results,
She searched
yeah.
her name, enter, and it's like that's what pops up for her name. So she was like, it was in her blog about the FinDom. She wrote she's getting into the world of financial dominatrix, which is wild. And she wrote a blog about it, and she was like, like I need to this FinDom shit better work out because otherwise like she said I decided I'm not going to do the financial dominatrix. I'm going to just be good at my job and make money there. And she's like, and I better because if I don't, I'm never getting another job anywhere
You
else
have to go to
because her
FinDom.
name is, But I don't know.
How rich you got to be to partake as the Fin guy?
Not. I think we're learning from her.
Yeah. What did she
because like
discover?
she's doing it for like a couple $100 here and there. I think the big dogs are doing it for much more than that. Like,
what are the big dogs?
I think that that also I think of financial dominatrix is in a different sense where it's not like the financial dominatrix that I was envisioning when I first heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
I could see being kind of hot, which is not like
really because this is one I was about to say I don't understand it at all.
I don't understand this one. This one where it's just
it's a part of like humiliation. It's that whole thing where
I don't. I guess I don't get that in general. But like, if you're into being like dominated, it's like physically, it's one thing.
Right.
To be like, I'm just spending your money. I guess when you get so wealthy.
Well, there's also the element of it where I go, is this just like, isn't OnlyFans essentially a version of FinDom?
Yeah,
like,
you give me your money and I
I show
like
you a
they're,
video
like,
or a picture or whatever.
with her, it was very select. Like it was very clear. It was like she was like, "Don't you come, you pathetic little pussy."
It
like
was definitely mixed with the shit talking.
Yeah.
like, you're a little
Interesting.
bitch.
Okay.
So it is just about like he calls her goddess and she calls him a bitch and
So
and
there
all
is a
that stuff.
dominatrix element to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I remember I saw a porn with Skin Diamond once.
Classic.
Yeah. And she was explaining beforehand she was in a FinDom relationship once, but her FinDom, and this is I saw this porn was probably I think Skin's been out the game for a little while, so this porn was a while
this is
back.
older.
And
It's like watching Barry Sanders highlights.
Right.
and she was explaining that like basically she had a relationship with this guy where whenever he wanted to spend money, he had to ask her.
Right.
That was how she like
I guess I
dominated.
can understand that.
And like,
Permission.
I'd be like, "Hey, babe, can I get this?" And like, I guess you just get a wife. Like,
I was gonna say,
"Hey,
bro,
hey,
we
babe, can I
already
buy a
do
new
this.
car?"
It's a lot
Like,
less
No,
hot.
you fucking idiot.
There's a lot of guys out there right now that are like, I have that every fucking day.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it's,
my dad has been financially dominated for his whole fucking life.
Are you guys out of the porn thing? You're older now. You're not into it anymore. No. Yes. I don't know.
What
your,
the fuck
Your boy
does that
Nick's
mean?
just laughing.
What
over
Is
there.
that
No, I don't know.
is
I
that a
thought you guys
thing?
were like,
Are we supposed to
I'm not
graduate
really
out of the
like.
porn game?
But do you know this new starlets these days? Like the newer ones?
I feel like I.
Yes.
I don't
Short answer, yes.
Well, okay. For instance, let's hear Let's hear your current porn star power rank.
Well, it
Top
is
11.
getting weird
boy.
because of things like OnlyFans and amateurs and shit
Right,
like that.
okay. But those ones count,
so who
I
are, like,
think.
the new stars.
I guess I don't really know. I think,
I'll give you.
I'll
Give you maybe 5
And these are gonna be newer ones.
current ones. Yeah. Of
Okay.
right
You're
now
not out of
times.
the porn game.
Oh no.
I worried for a second there.
I think I'm not gonna be able to come up with them off the top of my head, but I would be surprised if I don't go 5 for 5 with who you.
Okay,
who
ready?
is.
I'll name a few that are like my faves now. And Mark, look at Rob getting ready to fucking Google. This is I haven't like ranked them within each other.
That's okay.
But we'll start with Anna Claire Clouds.
No,
Wow.
don't know.
Just pull her up.
Please do. I'm disappointed in us.
I'm gonna start taking some notes real quick.
This is
We-
my
we've
number
lost
1
our
right
fastball, man.
I mean, like getting blown out like this right out of the gates. Anna Claire, especially a triple name. I'm usually good with like knowing a 3-namer. Oh, she tatted. Is that tattoo on the chest?
I don't know if she's tatted actually. I can't. This is sad because the
Well, you're
images are so
blind, so.
small from here. Yeah.
This is
bigger,
like
Rob.
this is
I don't know if we
rude
can share
to
them.
do to you.
Yeah. No. This is
Probably can't show them on YouTube.
Well, yeah,
but,
the naked
probably
ones
not,
you could
yeah.
just Google image her like image.
You know what I'll do? What does it say it again?
Anna Claire Clouds. That's one. Mackenzie Mace.
Nope. Don't know Mackenzie Mace.
We're slacking.
These are
Yeah,
like
I can see. I can say what's up to Anna Claire.
Penelope K.
Nope. Dude, what the fuck? This is emasculating. This is the most embarrassing that's ever happened to me on a podcast before.
I'm trying to think of who else would be like
Look
a
at the task down
major
her
one.
back, dude.
Yeah. Oh, that's a moon.
But here's the thing:
Yeah.
I go, I'm 36 now, and she's probably what 21.
Oh, John, you're gonna like this chick. She does have a tat on. Watch the.
Yeah.
Underneath.
I like tattooed ladies.
And you know what? These three have. Jasmine Love, by the way, is another one, and I can't think of my fifth would be probably like, all right, well, we don't
I mean,
need
I
to
guess
see-
we are.
we don't need to watch a porn together.
We're
Rob. We're not at a
actually out of the porn game now.
We're not at a
I'm
middle
going
school
0 for
sleepover.
5 on new starlets. That's crazy town.
Well, the thing is, Josh, it's like these are up and comers, so there's not a lot
Yeah,
of.
so
like,
we're
getting
talking
in.
like
you're
we're
in the
talking
farm
prospects.
system.
Yeah,
You're
these are
talking-
AAA.
I guess you could
You're
say
over,
that.
you're over
but
talking Worcester Red Sox players, dude. Come on.
Yeah, wait. Let me
guess you could
look
say
at like
that,
what her
but-
ranking is.
that's
Because
true. Good. That's a good point. I don't know where they
She's
stand
top
in the.
1,000. Porn star ranking 991.
So yeah, she is relatively. They're all relatively new, but it's like, am
But
I
yeah,
too
see,
old
I
to be
guess, like,
getting into the new ones?
If I'm no, come
Thank
on.
you.
Listen, are you too old to be talking on a podcast like this about it? Probably. But
well, I'm not
that's what we
talking
do
about
here,
it like
you know?
I'm talking about it in a self-reflective
Right,
way, where I
right,
go,
right.
"Am
If-
I
if-
too
if
old?"
you
That's
were-
a different story.
You know, we have Glenny Balls at Barstool doing OnlyStans, where he's having these OnlyFans girls come in, and you know, if at my age I was doing that,
right?
I've got kids and all that shit. I think it'd be a little weird.
Yeah,
to just be like, I still like porn. I don't
Right.
think that goes away. Sure, that better
Yeah.
not. Fuck.
That's
my old faithful.
Have
I've
you
got that one.
graduated from porn is a tough question.
But now that I think about it, what if you were to ask me, like, if you wanted me to start throwing out names, I'd probably go with Old Faithful and be like Adriana Chechik.
That would've been my number one,
But
for
that's
sure.
not like
Compared
a
to
new-
these chicks, she's like a
the
fucking
goat. She's
grandma.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
she had her 30th birthday this year. I was fucking stunned.
30.
That's crazy that
thought
she's
she was,
only
like,
30.
Older. Yeah,
Yeah, I
she's
mean,
been-
we're gonna do
she's
like
doing it for a while.
I'm just thinking of the ones that are also in the content game. It's gonna be Adriana Chechik and Riley Reid and Lana Rhodes and you know.
Yeah,
No,
Riley
but
Reid is
those
like
are-
a fucking geezer now
Yeah,
compared to
yeah.
these chicks, and that's why I was wondering, like, am I the only one who knows the up and comers here?
Yeah, you're the only one fucking watching. Like you're a college scout.
Yeah.
you like the southeast region.
Yeah, save the metrics over there. Let's
You
do
know
it.
that coach.
Yeah.
got a prospect down in Sarasota.
When
that
do they
can
get
hug
alone?
the damn ball.
There probably is like that though, right? Like there probably are production scouts. I don't know what you fucking call it, but like guys,
Perverts.
but guys who
I'd
go
be
to like you
sick
know
at
I don't
that
know like
job.
whatever the Vivid pictures or whoever. And like I got this girl. She's out of Santa Monica. She's fucking. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah,
the same
sure.
way you'd be like, you got to see his hands. He got quick hands. This kid's gonna be the next. You know whatever.
Great. I
Like-
wonder what's more perverted: baseball scouting reports or porn scouting reports.
Yeah.
Either way, it's nerds.
Well,
jerking
definitely,
off to
like,
it.
you ever, I mean, training camp starting in football, they're like, that guy's got a good bubble.
Yeah.
They're talking about his ass. It's fucked up.
Great frame, strong hands,
Yeah.
good jaw. Looks like he was prom king.
Came twice to him last night. But yeah, no, I just was wondering because I know you guys like knew the other like echelon of stars. Like I mean, I just had Carter Cruz on the show
Yeah,
before she went
sure,
out with tour with Bert. Obviously,
Right.
legend in the olden times.
Yeah, yeah. We were actually talking about that today. We were talking about Carter. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Carter. I admire her
We're
work.
getting old, man.
Carter's.
yeah, we're getting old.
We're like the guys who were, you know, like you should have seen Jordan playing his prime, you know?
right.
Fucking bullshit.
But like, yeah, now like, how long till Adriana Chechik plays the mom
Mm-hmm.
in a MILF porn?
that's already happened
So
by now. I think,
probably,
right?
yeah. Asa Akira, she is now officially a mom, so she's officially like a MILF. But prior to that, she like put herself in a movie once when she was like, I think she was still like late 20s, and she just like played a MILF because she was like, I want to play a MILF. So she was like in MILF porn, but like not technically. But as soon as she had a kid, she was like, I'm officially a MILF. You can jerk
She
off
wears
to
a
a MILF.
MILF necklace.
Yeah, and now it's like second act, you know?
The
It's like, now I
casting
can be
has
the-
changed for her.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of MILFs, I know as a Jets fan, you're so hyped up about Zach Wilson fucking his mom's friend. I had predicted when he got drafted, I said he's going to New York. The city's going to corrupt him. I was excited for that. I was stoked. But it's now corrupted him in a way that I fear is actually good for him.
I go back and forth. When this story first broke, I was like, "Fuck yes," because like DK Metcalf and all those guys were tweeting like, "Yo, this dude's a dog." Like he is.
Sure.
You know, yeah, I think DK said like he's shooting up the ranks, or someone who replied to him said that. So I was like, finally, because draft night when he looked like an 8th grader and he was surrounded by all the other first round picks taking pictures, and he was like, and I was like, "Fuck, this guy is overwhelmed." And then he's shown some flashes, but I've played that game a lot in recent years with Jets quarterbacks where it's like, all right, you had a couple good drives here and there, but like, are we really going to suck his dick over that? And a lot of the problems have usually been like the mental side or like the off the field, you know, the persona and the leader.
I'm a
you know.
Mormon.
Well, so that I thought was more like he goes to BYU. I don't know. The same way I'm a Catholic, he's a Mormon. Whatever. No. He's like hardcore.
No,
but he's also this good-looking kid. And
You
you know
can't
he's
be
fucking,
passively Mormon and go to BYU, I don't think.
Yeah, yes, you're probably right. But I don't know. I'm thinking he's a quarterback. He's got to be fucking chicks. He's like whatever, right? The girlfriend in this whole saga is like a knockout, like beautiful. But then I hear like he's fucking his mom's friend, and I was like, let's go. Then if you know like more of the details, it loses a little of its luster.
Well, tell us some of the details there, Kurt Loder, because I need this guy. If you don't know, he's got his tendrils and all this shit, and I couldn't bother. I'm bad at research and stuff like that. I want to know all the details, but you're my guy to find these things out.
Well, yeah. So the first thing I heard was that the girl in question is like a 29-year-old, 39-year-old like single mom. Very different from like I thought it was like one of his mom's best buddies at church. Like this is like a single mom who I think she kind of took under her wing to like help out a little bit, but is probably dating and like having sex with guys like normally, and it happens to be Zach Wilson. You know?
You mean 29, 30?
What?
Like she's like 29,
29 years old, 39. Yeah, 29, 30 years old.
Okay, so you said 39 again.
Yeah. Sorry, 29, 30.
Oh, okay.
Like if she was like 45 and it's
yeah, that'd be.
But
different.
so yeah, you're a young girl that just happens to have a kid. It's a little bit less milfy and a little more like. Also, we posted about it. One of our guys on our social team, Jack McGuire, and Zach slid into his DMs and was like, please take it down, please take it down, please take it down.
Wow.
And that, I hate to even tell the story because I don't like to air it out and shit, but it became public knowledge anyway.
Go Bills.
And like, to me, what he posted afterwards was perfect. When he said, I've been off the grid for a couple days, haven't heard anything. Like,
that was funny.
Did I miss
I
anything?
really did think that was funny.
should have been his only response.
Yep.
When I saw his messages being like, please take this down, I was like, you're back to like being the BYU. Like,
yeah, he could have owned it. He could have been like, when he did that, please take it down thing, I go, oh God, he's owning it. He's doing everything right. This is bad. Plus, he like at camp looks more mature. He looks older. It's like the opposite of Brady. Everyone's like, oh, Brady's drinking baby's blood and shit. This guy's eating old pussy, and he's, he's looking more beat up and grizzled.
This sounds kind of like silly, but I said, if I was a veteran in the league and I knew that my quarterback had a girlfriend in college still, I would be like, you're a kid.
Yeah,
you're a boy, and you're supposed to be like my leader. I'm supposed to go to war for you, put my life and limb on the line for you.
That's a very good point.
And you go home to your like sophomore year college girlfriend who like can't even get into the club at night. That to me feels like I have a child leading my offense.
Yeah, it'd be like if Pac-Man Jones stayed with the Bengals long enough, and then Joe Burrow came in, and he was like a baby still.
But
I
also
think Burrow's kind of one of those guys who
Burrow
he's a dog. Though,
if he's a dog, he knows the deal, and he also gets the job fucking done.
Right,
if Zach Wilson comes in next year and wins like fucking 14 games and they go in the playoffs, like I don't care what you do,
Yeah.
But right now, when it's a little like in question, and you also know that it's like date night with my 19-year-old girlfriend versus like this guy's out there fucking dogging milfs.
What do you think?
I think it matters. It's great. It's like. Probably some people don't want to hear it, but if you're in a fucking locker room, like, trust me, that shit matters.
Yeah, no, they're gonna ask him about it. Like, they're probably asking about it right now. Where is the Jets training camp? Is it in New York?
Out on Long Island.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're probably out there. Like, so what's up, dude? You fucked that MILF,
right? And if he's like, no, man, no, like I've got my girlfriend. It's like,
shut up.
Nobody cares, dude. Just tell us the
he
story.
has a different girlfriend now than the one that was
TikTok chick,
accused of homie.
That's the other thing. It's like you're just going girlfriend to girlfriend. All of it is like, again, I don't care what you do if you can sling it, but if that's going to be somewhat still in question, and then people are kind of grilling you about your personal life, I'd rather the guy who's like, yeah, man, whatever. Like,
how about that chick that came out and exposed him, the one that was fucking his roommate and all that shit?
Yeah, that's grimy.
That's still a grimy ass
dude.
move.
I can't like. We've seen it a million times now. It's just the internet is just the fucking worst. You can't.
It's so crazy.
You can't do like if you've done something wrong and people out you, fine. Just like the natural comings and goings of a relationship, somebody broke up, somebody cheated, I'm now dating your friend, things get messy, blah blah blah, and that all gets aired out. It's just like, what the fuck.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to have all of this shit be public. You know, that it's a goddamn nightmare. Like, that girl got upset. Like, she decided to be like, let's post our relationship publicly. People had something to say about it. Like, she had to know that was going to happen.
Yeah, that's
I'm
the
dating
thing.
the best friend, ex-teammate, ex-roommate. Of course people are going to say something. Of course there are going to be some people who have some not nice shit to say. And she immediately was like, oh, yeah, well, this happened. It's like, well, you know, now everything's fucked. How about that? Now your life's a nightmare. His life's a nightmare. Her life's a nightmare. Everybody's got to deal with this. For fucking what?
To just
You know?
post like we went to ice cream or something
Right.
like that on Instagram.
And then you feel good about yourself by, you know, a comment back. Like,
I mean, I'm not gonna
nobody
lie.
wins.
I have like girls that I've dated in the last few years or whatever. You know, not for anything serious or anything like that. I've wanted to post like a picture of us because a part of me goes like, I want people to know I'm with this chick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I feel like I've posted pictures with women who are like related to me. And then all the comments are like,
that's nuts.
Did she make you come? Did she make you come? Like every single thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's tough, man.
Dude,
Like,
people
so-
who are related to me do not get posted on the internet by me.
I'm saying they post like with me and tag me or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
see, I
tough
see, I
too.
see.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you're in this game at all, I feel like you have to have a talk that's like, either we're doing this publicly and you have to be ready for everything that comes with it, or we're not. And I know nowadays girls are like, it's a important thing to make sure you follow back, make sure you tag, make sure we're official. And it's like, okay, if it means that much
If
to
you want
we'll do
that.
that. But you cannot put that toothpaste back in the tube.
Have you
So-
experienced the opposite where they're like,
I-
I don't want anything?
Yeah, I've had that.
Those are smart
mostly.
girls.
Yeah.
But I also, with like my ex-girlfriend was kind of like that. She wasn't like don't post it, but she's like I don't really give a shit, whatever. But there was one night, basically, if I ever post a picture on Instagram, I was probably drunk.
Yeah.
like I'll
Right.
post like social clips and like for the podcast, and I'll do that stuff. But like if I'm posting a picture on Instagram, I've at least had 2 or 3 beers. Like it's not just something I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right.
And I woke up one morning, and it was the first time I posted the picture. It was her and I. It was her first time ever being on
Face and everything.
Insta. Yeah, it's like kind of a blurrier pic, but like,
Yeah,
it's
you were
kind of like
drunk.
cute. Like we're like kind of like. But the thing is, the picture is at a tattoo parlor, and I had gotten a tattoo. And I didn't remember that either. And my much bigger regret was the picture.
Yeah.
It's like fuck.
Yeah, 'cause
It's the
you can't-
tattoos, whatever. But god
You
damn it,
can't-
I posted it on the fucking Instagram.
But
you
did you
idiot.
tag her?
Do it.
I did not tag her. I didn't put a caption or anything. It was just like a picture.
You're still okay. It's once people know who it is.
Yeah, because I spent a. I mean,
I
we
mean,
were
the
on.
picture is clearly. I'll show you the picture. The picture is clearly like this is. If you knew I had a girlfriend at the time, you're like, okay, that's his girlfriend.
Well,
Right, no, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, they don't know who that is right away. They can't just go look at her profile right away and
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
with
right,
you
right.
and all that. You know.
I had a situation where I spent a weekend with a girl, and I was doing this a little. This was my version of dates, like post-COVID. Was like I'd go on a weekend trip. Well, because they're all around, they're not here. You know what I'm saying? So I went on a weekend trip with a lady, and she was like, I mean, we were doing drugs. We were out of our minds. She was like, let's just see how many Twitter followers or Instagram followers I
Let's
get
play
when
this
you
fun
tag
game
me.
called
Oh,
How Many
that's so much
Followers Can I
fucking
Get?
Pressure.
I know.
Yeah,
and I
like,
go,
you're
Because if she gets like 37, it's like, oh fuck.
yeah, and I go, I don't know. I mean, like, you'll probably get like 5 or something like that. And she was like, well, let's just have. So, like, she's like, just tag me in your stories when you post them or something. I'm like, okay.
But do you think she's doing this like as a like? Is she scheming? She wants followers, or this is genuinely like, let's do an
Well, here's the
experiment?
thing. She is one of the types of people that if she were sober, she would be like mortified at the
Right,
same.
right.
But we're both out of our minds.
Right,
And
so
so we
she's
do
like,
it. And then the next day, it's like, oh, what did we do? Like, it was like her sky was falling. I'm like,
Yeah.
just put your shit on private. Don't accept any of them. And
Yeah, good to go.
I'll delete the stories. I don't know. I mean, you
How
asked
many
for
she
it.
get though?
Like, I don't know, 100. Not even anything crazy.
But for like when you don't have a lot of followers, if you get like 100, it's like holy fuck.
yeah,
know?
yeah, for sure. No,
But
100%.
people don't get it. Like I've had the conversation with plenty of girls and guys and family members and whoever. They're like, they think it's funny or cool or interesting or they want followers, and then they kind of maybe get offended or upset or disappointed when you don't post or you don't tag. And I'm like, you don't get it.
Oh my
And
God.
they're like, no, like I get what you're saying. I'm prepared for it. And like, no,
you don't.
you're
They
fucking
don't.
not. And even like, and then Barstool's another level. Like other
Yeah.
people who are in the industry are like, yeah, let's do an episode. I'm like, okay, but like be ready. And they're like, yeah. Well, what? Some people are gonna be mean to me on the internet. Like I can handle it. And then they do it, and they're like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, man. It's no fucking joke. I'm
I
trying
made
to
the
protect
mistake. This is just me being like naive and dumb at the time. My sister had 2 children during COVID, basically, and I went home to visit them years later because I hadn't been able for 2 years, couldn't go home.
Yeah.
So it was the first time I'm like seeing my niece. She's sitting on my lap and she's like crying because she's like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" kind of thing. And I thought it was the funniest picture, and I posted it, and my sister's like, "Oh, you post my children on your Instagram without telling me?" I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll take that down." She goes, "No, it's fine. I don't care." And then I watched my sister refresh for like 45 minutes and read every comment about it. And I was like, "Oh my God, I got to take this fucking thing."
Yeah,
My dad will do that sometimes. I'll be like, "Hey, I saw I got 10,000 likes." I'm like, "What does that mean?" I didn't even
It's
know
so
that.
funny.
Like, why? Because you get a little, particularly when it's like someone like a dad or like a niece and kids. Like, if there's ever somewhere where sometimes people are nice, that's when it is. When it's like like either an older family member or a younger family member. Usually they'll be pretty fucking respectful.
Yeah, the animals will like,
and so like
anybody in between, they think is just fair game. to
yeah,
rip
exactly.
apart.
And it's like, basically it's like generational. It's like if you're of my generation, you're under attack.
But it's everybody. Did you see this plastic surgeon type doctor posted? She did a TikTok with Nancy Wheeler from Stranger Things.
Winona Ryder. I like how you. Oh,
No,
Nancy,
the
other
kid,
one.
the girl,
Okay, my bad.
the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or the whatever, the young girl.
Yeah.
She was like, "Here's how I would treat her face if she was my patient. I would like
God.
remove this part of her jaw. I would put in some filler, just a little on the eyebrow, a little and it's like
This is like Nicole Byers. Like,
Yeah.
like what are they talking about with her jaw? She's got a fucking tone as shit face.
Yeah. He was saying it
she's
was like
got-
too much, and she does one of those TikToks where it's just like her head floating, and she's just pointing at this beautiful picture of Natalia Byer or whatever, and
Dyer.
and
I got her name.
Yeah, Nicole
And
Byer.
I was close on both.
yeah.
But Nicole Byer is a person. Doesn't look like that. However.
Okay.
And it was just like, I mean, everybody was like, "You're a fucking asshole." So it wasn't.
Sure.
But that poor girl was probably like, "Here's how you would treat my face." I think that was her exact phrase.
Oh, she
so
said
wild.
it?
The doctor did. Yeah, watch.
Oh no, but I think you meant I thought you meant Natalia like responded.
No, I don't think so. But she probably, I'm sure somebody showed this to her, and she was like, "What the fuck is this, man? Like, what do you mean this is how you would treat my fucking face?"
12.3 million views, though.
I know.
Well,
And you know what? She actually comes out on top because
We don't need to hear it,
everybody is
Rob.
defending her. You know?
Right.
Yeah, of course.
So in the end, she kind of wins in a
And
way.
also, I mean, I honestly, this one I'm not like that really taken about. I mean, that's what her job is.
Sure, but
I do
it's-
faces.
It's a little
It's such
weird.
a lack of lack of awareness in a way that is so weird because she's like, yeah, it is her job or whatever, and she's just talking about what she would do. But it's like to just take somebody and do that, and then like
Her
it to
job
go
is to
viral.
do that for people who want it
to
done,
do it,
and
yeah.
they come in and they
Right.
ask for it.
We don't need
Not to just be-
unsolicited,
You
yeah.
walk in the room and go, "You know what? You need this and you need that, and you could, it's like
Right.
fuck
Yeah,
you, dude."
every time you go into that woman's house, it's like pledging a sorority.
Yeah,
Like,
right. They're just gonna
take your
pick you
shirt off
apart,
and like circle like your
that's
sacks of
gross.
fat and
Girls
stuff.
are the fucking devil, man. They really are.
By the way, is this are they an advertiser?
I know they just send stuff to me all the time for free, and here probably I assume.
Okay, so I have to say to myself, this is one of my all-time misses. Where like we had a Liquid Death advertiser way back when,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard of. There is no chance that this is successful at all. I think they have like 100 million followers
I'm
now.
sure they do.
Bro, I mean, but also it's on them.
To the
They've-
point where they don't have to advertise.
They've gotten smarter because, dude, remember the ad read?
They tried to write it for us.
It was
the
like
copy.
it's like you can shove the can up your ass.
Yeah, it
Like,
was-
what the fuck are you talking
They
about?
were trying to like write
it
it
was the
for us the way
weirdest
we
fucking
would talk.
copy.
That was
I'm
very.
still anti-drinking out of cans. Water. I like a water bottle. I'm a water bottle. And guess what? Fucking California. I like one of those.
Well,
ones.
you
I
know
throw
what?
trash after too.
Now those things they're saying they put plastics in our bodies and shit, right? Like that's the
I'm
new thing.
surprised you liked. I think I actually like cans better.
I like cans better.
Like when I
too.
get if I get
Like
a
beer.
soda, if I get anything else, I
Yes.
want it in a can
a
versus
Diet
plastic
Coke
bottle.
in a can.
I
But
don't
you're
know,
right. With
I
this,
thi-
I kind of switched because I think
just-
it's just been ingrained.
Yeah,
But like this feels weird to me to like, you got COVID, so I'm not gonna. But we might all have COVID.
No, I have a sore throat.
Well, speaking of inventors, I wanted to ask you because you're entrenched in the. What do you think Elon Musk isn't fucking like he says he is? He says he's not fucking.
Yeah, we were just talking about that story.
He's putting babies in people without
Yeah.
the fun part. I think.
He
wants
him
to
and I mean
produce.
his dad we know is fucking his daughter.
Well, his dad's fucking.
And his dad said I'm put on this earth to procreate.
Right. That's
And
just
obviously
a horny
that's trickled
guy.
down to Elon a little bit because he's got like 9 kids by 3 different women or whatever, right?
But he's doing it like surrogately.
Yeah. But either way,
Is he really?
That's
You don't-
he's
you don't
like
think
I
he's
haven't had
coming?
sex in forever.
You don't
he
think
said.
he's coming out of his dick? Into
I don't
those
think he
women?
has time. I think he's like. I think he just wants
Bro,
the
he can
babies.
stop time when he wants to. He has
He's
time.
a time
pause
traveler. Part of me says like, of course you're a billionaire, like no fucking chance. But if there was one dude who maybe like wouldn't be,
He came out and said he's like I haven't had sex in forever.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he said
but
it like a little fucking.
that was like
an anime
that was-
cartoon. He did it so weird.
Yeah, but
like,
he says
oh,
everything like that.
sigh.
Could you
No, he's
imagine
such a dork
fucking
like
that guy?
that.
Huh?
Could you imagine?
Can you
fucking that
believe
guy?
that him, Grimes, and Cara Delevingne had a threesome?
That's back to the beginning. My white whale is a 3. I mean, I can't coordinate it. I can't do anything to like. I've had women propose it,
Really?
and it just doesn't come to fruition. And I'm chasing it forever. And I'm getting too old now. It's getting.
How
Bro,
have they
you've
proposed
had
it?
women propose it and not let it come to fruition?
Well, I've tried, but it's like scheduling and like
schedule.
one backs out last minute or something like
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
It's like
I had one on the table.
That's the
once.
hard part of the threesome. That's
I gotta
the hurdle
fly
you gotta
I
go
gotta
with.
fly
The
myself to
scheduling,
this
yeah.
city and bring another person from this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
Like,
difficult. I
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah,
That would be. I would say no thanks. I'm out.
That is a
I'm
lot.
not gonna do
It's a lot of
threesome,
logistics.
If
I'm not
if
a
gotta
logistics guy.
If I gotta go to a travel agent to fuck, I'm not doing it.
Maybe I can get Rob to hook it up for me. I'll just be like, my producer's going to coordinate it. Is that sex trafficking? I don't know.
Yeah, that's some R. Kelly shit, right? Moving across state lines. You
Yeah.
get yourself in trouble, dude.
Well, that's true. That's another thing. I mean, like, I've flown girls places, and they're all
The fly-out culture
They're
is
all
a
above
wild one.
30. You know, so
Yeah.
it's not a big deal.
I mean, I guess it's like in New York if you call a girl an Uber, you know?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like out in the rest of the
I don't do that
country.
shit. I don't think I've ever called someone an Uber.
No?
wow.
Maybe-
I do that shit as like because I don't drive, so that's like part of the date for me, unfortunately.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's
No,
different. Yeah.
I'm not like I'm against it, but I just think I've only had sex with women with jobs. Like,
No, but
like, I'll get my own $12 ride. Thanks.
It,
It's not
I'll say this:
necessary.
it's a flex.
To me, the new version of like buying a drink for a girl is almost like getting the car. Like, as if I'm not going to be out at the bar as much and partying as much, I'd rather do it at my place or wherever. It's like
Right.
I'll just get you there. Like,
I'll Uber you here.
yeah.
Yeah, I've done that part of it. I mean, it is like it's that on a macro sense. And as a guy who has miles and travels a bunch, like
Right.
it's almost like why
But
not,
it,
you know?
but it's like it feels like a commitment. Like,
Well-
will you fly out a girl that's like just to fuck, or like you're talking? Yeah, I guess that's a stupid question.
Yeah, no,
but like to me,
100%.
like I feel like flying out a girl. If I flew out a girl to,
It's no
to
more
my
than
apartment and they
48
they like
hours.
stay there, yeah, but that's like they're in your apartment with you for 48 hours.
oh no,
They go out and do other shit.
we get a hotel for them,
okay,
and then if it does get to be the point of like I can't tolerate this person, you know, I just got to run back home, you know, check on a couple things, and then you give them the day or whatever. They can do whatever they want.
That sounds much more.
You get a
appealing.
hotel.
I'm thinking about like bringing them to my house, and then you're trapped, and then
I would.
It's almost
I
like
would
the old
not
Seinfeld
follow the
episode.
hotel idea.
Yeah, we're not good at this. Clearly not good at this.
Hotel is like, but also like I think it's like if someone offered to fly me out, if I was really getting pampered one weekend,
Bro, if some chick fucking flew out Feitelberg, I would love that.
I'm not gonna lie, I've had that
Could you
offer, too.
imagine
I was
if
I'm putting
you've
that
done
offer out there right now.
I
and I
have-
will be flown.
Imagine if Feist was just like thoughting it up like on his Insta story, like flying out to LA, like gonna go see blah blah blah.
I've felt
Oh
like
my
a pretty
God,
girl,
yes, please.
and I've gotten flown. Well, not that far. It's not like I was getting flown across the world or anything. But yes,
Like
a couple
Sugar
of
Mama?
rich
Rich
women have
broads,
flown
huh?
me places.
really.
Rich chicks who like listen to
God.
the show.
in the throes of the make Josh come thing, it was.
That was one of the greatest things that's ever happened to any man.
Oh my God!
ever.
I was at a bar the other night, and a cholo guy, who's actually my buddy, Side Dick Eddie from the George Perez podcast. Side Dick Eddie. That's what he calls himself.
Great.
Hilarious guy. He goes, "This is my boy Josh. Yo, they did this thing, this make Josh come thing. Brilliant. Now all these chicks were like, I can do it." I was like, I go, yeah, that's kind of what it was.
A challenge.
But he thinks it was fake. He thinks it was like, I was just saying that so that girls would try.
Right.
When really it's a curse.
You can't fake that.
No,
First of all, because you would come.
Right.
Like a hot chick would suck your
I
dick,
try faking
and
it
you
every
would-
time I have sex.
I really
It's
feel
real
like
trying to have sex good. Like,
I honestly think
I try to-
majority of the women who attempted thought it was going to be fake.
Right, and then they were
and
like,
then when they
"Holy shit,
couldn't
this
do it,
guy
they were
doesn't
like
come."
sad.
Yeah. Right.
It was
it's like, listen,
weird.
girls, I told you this is not fun. It's not a game.
I go, yeah.
It's like the Instagram thing. You weren't ready for it. I told you this is going to be bad.
And that's what I mean. I saw you guys talking to Schultz about it.
Didn't she? No.
One girl, she did by proxy. I mean, she just basically found the button in my ass, and then it wasn't my dick wasn't
by
in,
proxy. That counts.
Yeah.
sure, but my
That's
dick wasn't
extra, bro.
My dick wasn't in her when it happened. Is all.
Whatever. She did something to make you come.
But I will tell you, had a BJ, and that
this is
was
still
the
the issue. By the way, to interrupt. Sorry.
yes. Oh yeah.
Okay. So this.
But here's the thing: I've been in therapy the last 6 months or so, or I don't know. I guess 6 months about now, and I've been doing breath work. And I was doing the breath work while I was getting the blowjob. I'm like, I can feel the blowjob in my toes. You know what I mean? And I came in her mouth. That was the first time I ever did in my life.
Really?
Recently.
Congratulations.
This wasn't. I'm not going to time frame it, but it was
Right, okay.
relatively
Nice.
recent. Yeah. So I
That's
think
awesome.
if I do that, I will be able to.
It is. It's funny when it gets more mental. Like I mean, when you're younger, it's just like dick touches wet part of body, cum. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And now I'm like, it's almost like I can understand where chicks are coming from, where it's like, don't move, keep it right,
Right.
like no, we're not changing positions.
Well, that's the shitty
I'm
part,
not gonna change my stroke. I'm
I
almost
never
there,
had,
and we're doing that.
I never had the young part of it.
Yeah,
where I was just
yeah.
blowing loads and stuff.
Right.
And now that I'm getting older, it's getting harder.
Yeah.
My other faculties that I always had
Right.
are
Right.
leaving. And I'm like, the wind blows wrong, and I'm like, I'm soft.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's the worst. So I wanted to get a handle on it, and I think this is working to a degree, but I'm not.
It sucks to think about. That's why I can understand where chicks are like,
That's why that
I gotta
Andrew Schultz
focus
thing,
and
you
think
guys
and
were talking with him about
making a guy come.
making a guy come versus making a girl come. I'm like, if it was me as the guy, you'd want a girl.
So here's
Because
the
there's
thing.
also girls that
Okay.
just squirt everywhere a thousand times.
We had fun with that question, and then I went
Right.
home and thought about it all night. If it was a gun to the head, and I just said, I'm going to bring either a guy or a girl in there into the room, and then you have to do it. Would you? I think I still actually might end up taking the girl, because if it's a straight guy,
That's
Right.
it. If it's a
Right.
gay guy.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But coin flipped at it, and chances are just proportionally to the population, it's not going to be a gay guy. If it was a gay
Right.
guy, easy peasy. But I think I would still take the chick, because if you walk in, you're not even going to
I
get hard.
never got to bring that up, but that was also a thought in my head.
Oh, that never came up, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
If it's a willing participant guy, you're good to go. But
Yeah.
if it was a random dude or a girl, I can't just be like, close your mouth, dude. Close your eyes, dude. A mouth's a mouth. He's gonna know.
So, dude, a mouth isn't a mouth. I can feel your fucking beard.
Yeah, I never understood that one. A mouth's a mouth. No, there's
No,
mouths
your
with
fucking
stubble.
chin hairs are hitting my nuts, dude. It's not a mouth. Mouths are very different, bro.
Yeah, a hole's a hole. Well, your balls are slapping around the hole. So no, dude.
Even on a
by the
girl,
way,
a hole isn't a hole. An ass is an ass, and a vagina is a vagina.
Right, and
Right.
a mouth's a mouth.
Yeah.
They're different
Right,
holes.
they're
all
But I was gonna say earlier, ULA folks, you throw around the word cholo, and every time I'm like, whoa, what the, can you say that?
No, they
Is
call
that allowed?
themselves
Yeah,
that.
no, I know.
By the way, I learned I'm an East Coast guy, so when I came
But-
out here and I met these guys, I met George Perez, I met Eddie and their buddy XG, all these guys. They
I got brown friends. I get it.
They
you're
they befriended me immediately, and they taught me about this. I didn't know what a cholo was.
Joe Manganiello kind of taught us about it. And he also told us that cholos are huge fans of the Smiths, which
they love
surprised
emo
me.
music.
Yeah,
That's what we
yeah.
got drunk and bonded on, and They're the best. I mean, it was so much fun. Doing George's podcast is awesome.
Until I started talking to LA people, I thought for sure Cholo was a slur.
It sounds like it's probably next to go, right?
I mean, I'm sure
some people get upset about it.
I think it's like a cult. Yeah, it's you have to like.
It's like a subculture of.
Yeah, it's a subculture of.
But I'm sure
Latino.
I'm sure people get mad about white people saying it.
Maybe.
I honestly like because I've done my research because I was like holy shit, what did he just say? And then I looked it up and I don't think it's offensive. I don't think it's like I think it's perfectly fine. Maybe one day it might not be.
Right, it's like a subculture.
Right,
it's like calling a guy an emo kid or whatever, or like a punk rocker or something like that. But that's interesting because you guys, I noticed you guys have started doing something that I do on my Patreon once in a while. The "Am I the Asshole?" stuff.
Yeah.
You guys come across any wild ones lately?
I mean, the one we do with the live shows.
Yeah.
Oh, you do it for the live show? You don't have to give it away. I'll give you one. How about that?
Okay.
There was one that I read, and it was a guy who's like, "Am I the asshole?" And it was his wife was dying of cancer, and he said, "Anything you want for your last wish, I'll provide for you, whatever you want." And her last wish was, "Can I fuck my ex-boyfriend?"
I feel like I remember
he
reading this one
didn't
now,
want her to do it. Well, not obviously. I said I would let her. I was like, that's fine. That would help me get over her dying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yes, you can, and like I'm not coming to the funeral, bitch.
Yeah.
You know, like
not even that. I'd be like, go for it, baby. And then I'd know in my head she didn't really love me. So like when she dies, I go next. You know what I mean? Like I'm ready to move on.
It is.
Maybe you know what that might be. Maybe that was that girl's way of letting the love of her life move on.
Interesting.
Oof, I don't know about that.
No, that's a chick who wants to get digged down by her ex-boyfriend who could sling it better than me.
It is. That is. I mean, that is.
But bro,
you're gonna die. What the fuck do you care?
Well, that's why.
That's why she said it.
But that's no. I mean, like why? But if you at all care about this person, I'm learning it now recently more about how relationships affect your brain.
Okay.
I never really thought they did. Turns out they do.
No, yeah, big time.
But like, if you care at all about this person,
that should be more important.
It's going to affect the rest of their fucking life.
Also,
you to get fucked for 7 minutes.
I have an idea. Don't tell me about it.
Yeah.
Just do it and then die. How about
Well, she's
that?
probably like-
How about you literally take it to your grave because the grave's coming in 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's a great point. But at the same time, like you said, maybe this was her way to let him down. I don't know. I would have looked at it as that kind of blows, but also I am going to keep living.
Bro, if that's how you're letting me down, don't let me down.
Yeah.
Don't let me off easy. Don't like. I mean, if we're being dead honest, like.
So you wouldn't let her do it?
No, I don't think I would.
Oh, bro.
Like,
that relationship's over.
Yeah.
I'm letting her do it because she is now a single woman who is free to do whatever she wants with her dead, decaying body. Okay?
So you'd get upset. You'd let her do it and get upset about it.
I would be. I'm assuming that this guy was like in love with her, bro. If I am in love with you, and we go through the whole cancer thing together, I mean that's a lot for a person to the healthy person to like go through as well. And obviously, the person dying of cancer is the real victim here, but like you're going through chemo with them. You put your life on hold. I'm sure it's not a fun relationship, and then at the end, it's like I want to get dicked down by this guy.
Thanks for taking care of me. Bring in my fucking stud.
Yeah, like that's fucked. And
but here, may I take it to another place? I would still go through all that shit, and then I'd be at the funeral. I'd be, her best friend's right there, like, it's okay, we're gonna get through it, Josh. And I'd be like,
some Chaz Reinhold shit.
And then I get to fuck her best friend while she's watching from hell or wherever she is, And then I can fuck all her friends now. You know what I'm saying?
She's dead.
She's
You
dead.
could have fucked all her friends before she broke your heart with the.
Sure, but now I'm doing it and I have a pass.
I think you have a dead girlfriend. I think literally I think very often those relations you do end up
Hunter Biden style
with one of her friends or with
like the trauma bond.
Because of the connection.
But isn't it always hinky and weird? And then so now if you publicly let her do this, you have a pass. You are good. Like, because most people would be like, wow, Josh is getting into a relationship a little quickly after his girlfriend died. But if this is like known,
like, hey guys,
they go, well,
guess what she did when she was kicking the bucket.
Right. So then now it's like, well, he could fuck 2 weeks out.
Yeah, you
could
fuck right.
fuck
You
on
fuck
the
ground
coffin,
right,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. While it's going down into the ground, he could fuck. You know what I mean?
That's so insane.
That
That's so
is
fucking insane.
The problem with that is not even when she fucks him. The problem with that is that she's been thinking about it every time you fuck.
That's the problem,
and been longing to be back together with him and all this shit, all these amount of years, months, whatever, how long you've been together with her.
Dude, this might
That
be her
means your
way
whole
of asking
relationship's
for
a
assisted
fraud.
suicide.
Yeah,
like you're not gonna die of cancer. You're gonna die of a bullet in the head.
Fucking smother
What
you
if
right
the
now.
ex-boyfriend comes along? He's like, I'm not fucking that.
This
ball.
cancer bitch. You kidding me? He's like, I dumped that bitch. She was cold, frigid. This girl sucks. You could be an asshole and die of cancer too.
I had some personal "Am I the assholes?" that I wanted
Let
to
'em
see.
rip.
They're not gonna at all come close to that one, but
I mean, I
I
would
hope
sincerely
for
hope
you.
not.
I hope not.
But you know what I was saying, like in like the rom-coms when the guy like tries to be the guy or girl tries to be mean in the breakup so that like the breakup sticks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
the Harry and the Hendersons. You
oh,
get out of here.
Yeah,
We don't
I
even
don't
watch
want
you
you
anymore.
here.
Get out of here.
Right, because it's like you'd rather, it's easier to be mad than to be hurt. So if like I'm gonna act like an asshole on purpose, but that never works, But
Yeah.
like in theory, it's a nice idea. It's like the ultimate sacrifice in a way. She's gonna walk around telling that I'm the biggest asshole in the world, but like it'll be better for her. That would be the ultimate way to do it. Like I know you're never gonna move on from me. I'm gonna be the one that died. You can't do anything about it. I'm gonna pretend that I'm this fucking terrible whore on the way out.
Well, I have one. My cousin's wife refuses to talk to me, and it's
cousin's
because I bought one year for White Elephant or whatever that Christmas game.
Yeah.
I went to a truck stop and I bought a smoking baby Jesus. Like it's a baby Jesus that's sitting in. It's a Christmas ornament where he's got a cigarette and it actually like puffs smoke out of it when you plug it into the thing. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
And it was under the price limit of $10.
She's hardcore religious.
And well, I guess so. Because she got it and she was like, I can't believe. She was like complaining to everyone in our family, and my family thought it was. Everyone in my family thought it was hilarious.
You guys are like Buffalo, upstate New York.
Yeah, we're
fucking
trash.
Salt to the earth.
She's
You said it, not me.
I guess she's
salt to
from
the earth. You said trash.
I guess she's from Florida, but that's Florida.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
thinking in my head like,
Buffalo of the South, they call it.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I still to this day, I don't think I'm the asshole in this one, but
I have a question for you.
yeah.
Do you care if your cousin's
I was gonna
wife
say
doesn't
you're
talk to
the
you?
asshole because you even know your cousin's wife's name.
Yeah.
Guess what? My cousin's wife won't talk to me either.
Well, I love my cousin.
Because I don't know she exists.
That's so funny.
She could be dead fucking her ex-boyfriend. I don't even fucking know.
Bro, my cousin's wife. I have a handful of married cousins. I don't know if I can tell you one of their significant other's names.
That's so funny, dude.
You think I give a fuck about my cousin's significant?
I don't give a shit about
Are
my
you close?
cousin.
Are you close
Let
to your
alone his
cousins?
significant other.
No, I mean clearly not.
Oh,
No,
see, I'm
not
close
like I'm
with
not
them.
like not close with my cousins, but I mean I see them twice a year. You see relatives.
I have
see,
cousins
I have the
where
once a year. I see them at Christmas, and then when someone dies.
I have cousins. If I pulled up the text message chain, it's "Happy birthday, bro! Happy birthday, dude! Happy birthday, bro!" Happy birthday, dude. It's back and forth for like 4
Every
straight years.
6 months or
Yeah.
whatever.
I have a pretty big family with a lot of cousins.
All right, well,
I
this
don't know what any of them do or shit like that. Like,
I mean, she's the asshole, but like you win.
I
Okay,
guess-
don't
yeah,
talk to me.
I really,
family events.
I don't care. I did like. It does suck that my cousin doesn't talk to me as much because of this, but whatever.
That shit's annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you don't like him, but like,
I'm still
I do.
gonna-
So.
But
it's
he
not,
doesn't-
It's
I
not
found out that-
anything real.
He doesn't talk to
If
really
there was a real
anybody.
betrayal that
If-
happened,
if
that's
you,
one
like,
thing.
harmed her
Not
or
because you
something.
got
Yeah.
the wrong truck stop toy.
And she, I mean, I didn't know she was gonna get it. If my uncle would have got it or my dad or somebody, they would have laughed.
Right.
Here's another one that's a little. So
You're the asshole, aren't you?
I might be. I was sleeping with a girl who also does comedy, not necessarily at the same level of which I do it. And I had just moved to LA. I didn't really know
Harvey here.
anybody. No. Opposite. This is why.
Oh,
you want to open for my show?
Opposite,
so
okay.
this girl, I'm going to open mics. I'm meeting people. I've just moved here. Does comedy or whatever. Again, maybe not necessarily at the level where she's working. And we're sleeping together. And I have a bunch of shows coming up. And she goes, "Can I come open for you at this show?" And I said to her, I go, "How good do you think this sex is?"
What did
She
say?
never talked to me again.
Ever.
Dude,
Was
she was
it
so
a moment
pissed.
where you were like trying to put the words back in your mouth, or you?
Nope.
Didn't care?
I was like, insulted that she asked that question.
Yeah.
And I tell this to other comics, they're like, oh, I wouldn't have gone that hard necessarily, because I was like, you don't even have 5 minutes. You're gonna come do a half. I like went.
What, you talking about the sex or the comedy?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I didn't have 5 minutes, but I mean, yeah, I went hard in the paint because of that. Because of all that shit, like the Harvey Weinstein and shit like that. Like, I'm not trying to like portray the fact that like you can fuck me and get on stage.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
that makes a lot of sense.
Like, it's not. It's not Mad Men anymore. Like that might be a problem. That's gonna reflect bad on you for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
If she sucks, if people think that's like your game and that's why you were fucking her, like there's multiple reasons why that like you shouldn't do that. But the question is, how good does the sex have to be for that? Like if she's making you come, Josh.
No, I mean, then I'm like, you can have whatever you want.
You can close. I'll open for you.
I'll open for you. Yeah, you can have whatever you want.
If you open for me like that, I will open for you.
But she told a bunch of people how big of an asshole I was, and I was like, I don't think I'm the asshole here.
You're definitely not a big enough asshole to like. I think that yes, that's an asshole comment, right?
Yeah, but it's
you're
not.
Justified. No,
I feel like justified in my truth.
You're justified in your
righteousness of not wanting to fuck
the matter, at hand. Could it have been
Could I have
delivered a
said
little
it
nicer?
tactfully?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you have to? No.
I would have said that to
what you did was what we were just talking about. You kind of Harry and Henderson there.
Yeah.
Well, I would have done that to and take the sex out of it. If a guy of her same caliber came up to me and asked me that question, I would have reacted as dumbfounded and bewildered in the same way.
Would have been
Do you know what I
violent.
mean? I would have just been like,
say to me?
yeah, I would have been like, get the fuck out of town,
right.
You know
you suck, right?
Yeah. What are you
Also,
talking about?
that
in what world
that
would
kind
that
of
happen?
leads me to believe that maybe that was what she was thinking all along,
Well, that's what makes me think that too.
If you are seeing someone, if I was seeing somebody in the same industry of any kind, and I really liked them, I would make sure to like never bring up work.
Right.
To be like, I want you to know,
And
if
never
you do bring up work, that pretty much signals to me this has always been about work for you.
Yeah, because sometimes it just happens. You're around the same people all the time. It's just a thing that just goes on.
Yeah. Each other, right?
Yeah, I guess. And it's like and I don't like bring up my shit all the time either. I'm just trying to hang out and have a couple drinks or go out to dinner or whatever. I'm not talking shop the whole time.
Right.
And then when somebody throws that at you, and while you're like, by the way, like minutes post coitus basically, and then there's hey, so can I come, blah blah blah, and I just got so pissed, dude.
Yeah,
I got like angry because then that's what it is. Then you go, oh, this girl's playing this like long game of like I'm gonna fuck him and then get gigs out of it.
Bro, I respect the fact that you kind of put your foot down, because guess what, that chick would be opening for me.
Yeah, John would get bullied around the ring like
that
no problem,
chick,
man.
dude. That chick, not only would I'd be like, open. Of course, and 50% of the door, no doubt, is yours. Like I would,
oh God, no way.
I am easily walked over.
That's daddy's bread and butter, though. I've told girls in the past, like, and this is where I'm an asshole, like, and why relationships didn't work out prior to moving here. I told girls, I'm like, I'm never gonna love you as much as I love doing this.
Right.
So, like,
that's another thing I feel like in the comedy world is like, you're married to the game for sure.
Yeah. Well, because you're gone all the time. Every
Yep.
weekend you're gone. I remember I had a girlfriend for like 2 years, and like 2 years
just
in,
doesn't make sense.
she was like, "But I thought we were hanging out on Saturday." I'm like, I'm going to Dallas on Saturday. What are you talking about? Like, I've had this on the books for months.
2 years in is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
On weekends.
That's what I know. It's like, no, I'm never
maybe
here.
more so, definitely more so, than even like professional athletes, because you guys go year round. Like it is nuts. You either got to really know what's up, or just do it later when the
Right,
career
and that's
slows
why
down.
people are like, "Oh, you should just only date civilians," or I hate that word civilians because it's like, what are we fucking?
Who's it?
The
Oh, the
army?
porn stars were saying that the other day
Yeah,
too.
civilians.
We interviewed 2 porn stars, Danny Steele and Alex Cole. They're a couple, and they were talking about civilians, and it's just people who
aren't fucking
aren't-
on camera.
aren't there. Which is, if I can say, for both the comedians and the porn stars, you're both putting your profession at
Oh, yeah.
a certain level.
Yeah.
No, I hate that. I hate the word. I say it because that's what I hear, like the vernacular from other comics say. But just people who don't do comedy, people who don't date people outside the business, and you're like, well, sometimes they
get
just
it.
don't get
Yeah.
it. And then when you date someone in the business, it gets all murky in that way too. Because then, like, I have not a competitive bone in my body, which has been somewhat of my downfall. But like, also, I like that about me. I'm competing against myself.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're dating a girl who's in this also, and they're like, up your tree about like, oh, how do I get that or whatever. You're like, you're not in this to date me. It seems you're in this to like get ahead of stuff, and that's kind of.
I mean, I'd imagine that's rampant in this industry.
Yeah, you got to be careful who you're.
That's why you should just keep fucking Annie. You know, you guys are.
Oh no, keep fucking. What are you talking about? I never had. That'd be like fuck your sister, dude. Because like you know her well enough. No, honestly, like there is no we can't even like. I did that podcast. Voss and Bonnie have a podcast. Would you bang him? And Annie was on the panel, and I was one of the contestants. And I was like, this is so weird that you have to like talk about banging me. Like I hate that. Like, it's like creeping me out. And she's like the same way about it too. It's like, ooh, no.
I think that competitive shit is actually good in the long run. I think it. Well, I hope it is because I feel like we're kind of the same way too. Where it's like, it does feel like a nice guys finish last sort of thing. But I also think there's a little bit of like a tortoise and the hare type shit that goes on too.
Right.
Where like you got to play the long game. And I think like people who get overly competitive kind of become assholes, and then people start to realize that, burn some bridges, whatever.
You also just burn out like every day.
Yeah,
People are stressing on what everyone else is doing. Like,
right. It's like you're being, you get that energy back, so you're like looking, over your shoulder.
I'm only competing against
chilling.
me. It's not a race against anybody else. It's like an
Right.
odyssey of my own. So I just have.
As long as like things just keep getting better, I'm good.
Exactly. Well, dudes, thank you so much for coming out to LA, and I
Absolutely,
hope you
man.
like it here. I know you hate it here on
Dude,
paper.
I'm going to tell you something that is, it's not going to be a surprise to you, but it is. I knew coming in what kind of the story of LA is right now, as far as homeless people go.
Yeah.
And to say I am shocked by the amount of shanty towns we've seen. We've only been in town for like 7 hours.
No, yeah.
It is.
You drove down the highway.
Is that a
crazy.
COVID thing or no?
Yes.
That was always.
It
was always
wasn't
this way?
that. When I
I didn't know that there's many Winnebagos in America.
Yeah,
Well, I'm still-
let alone LA.
I don't know that
Crazy.
those people are homeless. I think they're like choosing it. Those people, and there's,
There's a lot of
but
that.
they-
then.
but
That's
they're-
crazy.
they're also-
they're
I
also
mean,
right next to the tents and shit. Then
They're like I don't think homeless means you don't have a home. I think I've seen people who live in houses. I'm like, that motherfucker's homeless. Like that, like the house is just so run down. I'm like, that's not homeless, dude. These Winnebagos, you're choosing to live up there. You're a homeless motherfucker.
Sure. I'll say this. I moved here September of 2017. And when I got here, it was a little shocking, but you're like, it's one of the nicest weathered cities in America.
Yeah, I can
you know
deal
what I
with
mean?
it.
People are coming here to be homeless if they're going
We've
to
always said if I was homeless in New York, I would just start walking.
Yeah.
Probably more to Florida because it's closer, but I would
Sure.
just walk till I get to warm weather.
Even
People have
Florida has
taken that
hurricanes.
advice.
There's really
Yeah.
nothing here that's deterring any of the homeless
Right,
people.
you
You know
can
what I mean?
just chill.
Weather-wise.
Yeah, you could just go shoot them all.
That's the Joe Rogan thing. Yeah, Segura and Rogan are getting
What's funny is obviously it's such a joke. We were saying how
Yeah.
today it's crazy to get bent out of shape. But you're also telling me that there's not some crazy rich guy who's like, you know.
Well, every now and then, dude.
You know.
Joe Rogan had an idea tonight, honey.
Like I could definitely see some billionaire doing the hog hunting helicopter thing. Yeah. But with the homeless people.
Here's what's weird,
For
though.
sure, dude.
Here's what's weird, though. It's like every now and then something comes to town. Like the Super Bowl was here, right? And I was out of town a bunch before the Super Bowl. I came back like the week of the Super Bowl. And when I'm doing that drive from LAX down the highway, where normally there'd be like tent city, I'm like, where'd they all go?
Clean that up pretty quickly.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. Well, they're all,
They're dead in a river somewhere.
yeah, somewhere.
aren't they?
Either that or like I'm like, did they ship them to San Diego,
Yeah.
or are they all on a farm somewhere where some rich
I feel
people
like
are
they put
playing
like
the dangerous
they
game?
caught him with like a big net and just.
I feel like if they really wanted them off the street, they do something. They like lure them away
if
somehow.
they need to, it's like in South Park where they lure them away with the
But
bus
it has
by the
gotten
music.
worse since COVID. I moved here in 2017. It was bad. Naturally. And then COVID struck, and I remember walking out of my apartment. Like, there was a guy who slept outside of my bedroom window, like straight
Just
up, like
he just
10
lived
feet
there.
away. Yeah, and
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was
I think what
nuts.
you have here is the quantity. New York has the quality. The quality of homeless is nuts. You're gonna see like needles in the arm while they shit in the street and jerk off on the subway, and it's like, whoa.
These guys never bother you. I mean, I've never. I mean, although we had last episode, we talked about a homeless man who on Hollywood Boulevard's a different. It's like Times Square essentially. And they pulled a woman out of her car and dumped a bucket of diarrhea on her. That was like a big story in the news.
Bro,
Jesus.
let me tell you something. That happens to me. I'm going Denzel Washington, Man on Fire.
I will kill
I will commit to I will kill you and all the homeless you're connected to.
I'll kill every homeless person ever.
Everybody.
I would take Rogan up on his game.
Like that.
I'd be like, everyone has to die. Everyone has to.
Yeah.
I might not even stop at homeless. I might kill everyone.
Everybody
alive.
like that. The whole world. No jury would convict. No jury would convict. Man.
I love you guys so much. Thanks for coming on.
Thank
this
you
episode.
very
Absolutely,
much,
bro.
man. I love you too.
Make sure you guys subscribe to KFC Radio on
sir.
YouTube, iTunes, all the places. Make sure you check them out on Instagram or wherever else they want you to. Anything you want to plug in particular? Anything?
We got, when does this come out?
This will be on Tuesday, next Tuesday.
Yeah, we got tickets. We got a couple live shows coming up. We'll schedule one in August. We got one coming up in September. So if you just go to our social media, KFC Radio. Yeah. We're bad at this. We're new to the live show game.
Well, just go check it out, and you'll see him live some places around the country. If you want to see your boy live here, make sure you come to Chicago. Going to be at Zany's August 11th through 13th. And then in Philly, I'll be there August 25th. Got some September things I'm waiting to announce. And the fall's going to be chock full of stuff. Hoping to get out to New York at the end of September as well.
Come on through,
So,
man. We'd love to
hell
have you
yeah,
out.
dude. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, all that crap. And leave a comment. Rate, review on iTunes if you're listening over there. Otherwise, we will see you next Tuesday right here inside the Roach Motel on the Josh Potter Show.
Fucking This man ejaculated on this little boy leg.